This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more. Ramonto's in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Lebanon Raiders trail the Hanover Marauders 34-0 in the annual Principals Cup. Islander dropping back. He gets it, dumps it off just before he gets hit. Solomon Mellish on the reception end. He breaks a couple tackles, and he's going to go, almost gets it inside the red zone, but he will be stopped just at the 24-yard line.
Nice job by the senior Mellish there. It was a good play, and earlier in the game, that was really Islanders' role, was to catch that short little dish pass. Obviously, Lebanon's starting quarterback Williman has been out since the first quarter, so Islanders switched over to quarterback, and nice job by him getting that ball off. He felt pressure of two Hanover defenders right in his face.
So 1st and 10, Islanders still in at quarterback, in the shotgun. He'll hand it off, and this one is run to the outside, almost to the end zone is number 34. Almost in there is Solomon Mellish.
And it's been Philip Mellish with the catches and Solomon Mellish with the rushes. Assuming they're brothers, nice job by them getting involved in this game.
So that'll bring up 1st and goal from the 1. Now Preston back in. Ryan Preston, the junior, listed as a wide receiver and a defensive back on the depth chart. He'll hand it off, and it's a touchdown, Raiders. Solomon Mellish gets the touchdown, and the Raiders are on the board.
It's got to feel good if you're the Raiders, getting shut out until this drive tonight. Finally scoring a touchdown. It looks pretty good on this drive. Islander, as the quarterback, did a nice job.
Yeah, a few very nice passes and some nice runs as well. And the extra point is blocked. 34-6 is where we will stay. Extra point, no good. So 34-6 our score, 11:36 to play in this one. You're watching YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. 11:36 to play in the fourth quarter. Lebanon has just scored their first touchdown. And they'll kick off. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Not really much room to run there. Ball carrier is tackled. Mason Winter wrapped up just over the 25-yard line. That's where Hanover will set up shop at the 28-yard line.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Ramonto's in Claremont. Always fresh, always delicious. All YCN games are on Facebook Live at YCN News.
So 34-6 our score. Hanover coming into this game 3-0. Lebanon 1-1. First down play, run up the middle. Caleb Putnam. They'll get the first down. We've seen a lot of that from this Marauder team, keeping it on the ground. A couple seniors leading this team, as we talked about at the opening. The quarterback, Alex Mosenthal, and the running back, number 15, Caleb Putnam, really trying to bring this team back to the playoffs. Last year, finished 9-2, and they lost to Bow in the semifinals. Trying to get back there, and this one is broken on the right side, and a nice gainer over the 50-yard line. I think Mason Winter kept that one. And that'll be first down, and they'll move the chains once again.
If you miss any of our local programs on our 3 YCN network stations, you can always watch our shows and games anytime on our website, ycnnow.com.
So Mason Winter still in at quarterback. He's under center. Man goes in motion. Handoff right up the middle, breaking a couple tackles, shaking the defenders, is Caleb Putnam. And he breaks free, just handing that ball up the middle, running right into that defense. Really having no trouble at all.
Yeah, and it looked like Philip Mellish there, the Lebanon defender, saved a touchdown by bringing down Putnam. Yeah, and Putnam really powering past a lot of Raider defenders. He's a big guy, he's strong. But really tonight, he's done well, but we've seen Young score a couple of touchdowns, Mosenthal with some as well.
Under center, the pitch to Griffin Young, and he can't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up second down. Yeah, we've seen they've split up the touchdowns with Mosenthal getting 2 of them, Griffin Young getting 2 of them, and then Caleb Putnam getting 1 as well. Hanover in control of this one, and it was a slow start to the first half, only 6-0 after 1 quarter, and then just before halftime, Hanover punches it in on the 2-yard touchdown run by Mosenthal to go up 13-0, and then in the third quarter, it was really when Hanover took over, scoring 3 straight touchdowns to go up 34-0 at one point, before Lebanon answering and putting 6 points on the board. False start there on Hanover. That'll move them back 5 yards.
Next week's YCN Game of the Week travels to Pennacook, New Hampshire, as Merrimack Valley hosts Hollis Brookline in their homecoming game. And the following week will be in the Upper Valley, as Hartford hosts St. Albans. Check local listings for air and replay times.
Hanover with the ball, 2nd down and 17. After losing a couple yards, and then the 5-yard penalty, ball on the 40-yard line. Pitch to the left side. And Griffin Young is able to get forward for a couple yards. Big third down here after Lebanon. A stop here, you got to imagine Hanover would punt with a big lead. No need to get cute and try and do anything unless it's 4th and very short. But kick it away, then Lebanon maybe with a chance to put something on the board, at least, like you said, get it, keep the momentum going and build up some morale. Handoff here, and up the middle goes Caleb Putnam. He's immediately hit, but he's just so big, he's still able to fall forward for a few yards. Ball almost touching the 30-yard line. They have to get to about the 24. We'll bring up 4th and a long 6. 7:30 to play here in the 4th quarter. Hanover looks like they will be going for it. Mason Winter under center. Two running backs behind him. Griffin Young goes in motion. Pitch goes to Putnam. He sheds a couple tacklers. He's around the corner, and he's got the first down.
Nice job by Putnam there, just barreling forward. Fighting through contact once again. Clearly he's not an easy guy to take down. And obviously Hanover up by a ton here. If they didn't get it, it would be a turnover, but the Raiders with 7 minutes left in this game wouldn't have enough time to come back anyway, so nice play by the Marauders.
There'll be a penalty on the field. Not sure it was I would imagine it was maybe a holding call. Not getting the first down, so it will be holding on Hanover. That'll be marched back 10 yards, and that'll bring up now a replay of fourth down, but fourth and very long.
Fourth and long. Ball's at the 42-yard line.
And backup quarterback Mason Winter still in the game. Looks like they will try and maybe get something here and keep the drive going. Couple running backs behind him. Egan Silovich goes in motion. The pitch to Thomas, Kalen Thomas, and he's not able to do much, so Hanover will turn it over on downs with 6:26 to play. Lebanon trying to get something going with another offensive possession. They trail 34-6. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Lebanon with the ball after forcing a turnover on downs. Penalty, though, on the Raiders. That'll bring them back 5 yards and bring up first and 15. Too many men on the field. Lebanon trying to finish this one strong. Maybe pull something out. Matt Islander in at quarterback under in the shotgun. He winds up, throws it deep, and just at the last second, the ball is tipped away. Beautiful throw.
Yeah, that was a great throw, and even a better job on defense by, looked like that was Graham Penfield, number 28. Really good defense by him. Really didn't make a ton of contact with the receiver, played the ball. Nice clean, batted ball down. Really, the Marauder defense has been very strong here tonight.
Plodzek almost came away with it. He looked like he had a chance, but it was, as you said, just tipped. So Highlander fakes the pass, and then he throws it deep down the field. And that one's to Plodzek, but falls incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 15.
YCN is now affiliated with the Heroes and Icons Network, drawing from timeless classics as well as more contemporary TV. All eyes are on H&I.
So 3rd and 15 here. Lebanon trailing 34-6. Islander in the shotgun. 3 receivers, running back to his right, and he gets hit immediately. 2 Hanover defenders are in the backfield. This offensive line for the Raiders has really struggled to keep that pass rush at bay.
Yeah, they have, and it looked like that was Michael Steger there with the sack, and a few times we have seen Islander as the quarterback. He's definitely been rushed, had to get rid of the ball very quickly, and looked like Islander, nice job by him holding on to that football, because it looked like he wanted to throw it and he got hit, but still was able to secure it and just go down. Ooh.
Bad snap, and the punt is not going to be kicked away as the fumbled snap. All he could do was fall on it. That's Philip Mellish, and it will be Hanover football when we come back at the 12-yard line. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for the Marauders. Handoff off tackle. That was number 88 on the carry. His first action of the game. First carry. 5-yard gain, bring up 2nd down and 5 as we approach 5 minutes to play here in the game. Hanover with the 34-6 lead off the fumbled snap. Lebanon was trying to punt it away, fumbled the snap. Now Hanover threatening. Handoff again to the big guy, number 88. Jeffrey Holt on the carry. Figure out where they'll spot it, and it's going to be right on the 5-yard line. So 3rd down and about 3. Ball on the 5. They need to get it to the 2-yard line. Clock moving. Hanover really in no rush to get a play off here. Mason Winter under center. Taking his time. He'll snap it and pitch it to the outside and off to the corner goes number 22, Griffin Young, for the touchdown, Marauders.
Nice job by Run there. I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of the day.
Number 22, Griffin Young, you are correct. 3 touchdowns on the game. That one is a 5-yard touchdown. And the extra point coming up here to put this one away, 41-6. That was his 3rd touchdown of the night. He had a 38-yard touchdown run. Then he had the long kickoff return to open the second half, and that was his 3rd one. And that puts the Marauders up with the extra point, 41-6. 3:56 to play. We will step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back. The final 4 minutes of play. Lebanon trailing 41-6. Hanover taking advantage of the fumbled snap on the punt and punching it in the end zone in 3 plays. End over end, nicely kicked, as we've seen, I think, almost every one of his kicks, maybe about one, have gone for touchbacks. So Lebanon will take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we'll see who's out there for quarterback for Lebanon, and if they can have a little bit more success. They certainly have had their share of struggles tonight under center. It looks like trotting out there is number 3, Preston Ryan. I'm sure he'll be under center. He usually takes the snaps from under center. Islander is in the shotgun. But the key has been the offensive line, or lack thereof, from the Raiders. They just have really been getting manhandled by that defensive front of the Marauders. 1st and 10. Preston under center. Handoff, inside draw. Solomon Mellish with the carry. In a couple yards, 2nd and 8.
So I think now would be a pretty good time, Jeremy, to talk about our H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. I think that comes down between Mosenthal and Young from Hanover, but I think we're going to give it to Griffin Young. He scored 3 touchdowns tonight, and he had that big kickoff return touchdown to start the second half. Nice job by Young, and through the ground, did a nice job also catching some passes, so nice job by Griffin Young leading his team to the victory here tonight.
Handoff up the middle. Gained a couple yards there. You're right, Griffin Young opening the scoring with that 38-yard touchdown run, and then opening up the scoring in the second half with the big kickoff. So, and then punching one in there, capitalizing on the turnover on downs on the muffed snap when the Raiders were trying to punt. So, Griffin Young, congratulations. Hanover Marauders inside 2 minutes now, up 35 points. Clock continuing to run. And it looks like Hanover has this one in their grasp. Trying to cut to the outside is number 36. Slipped a little bit there as he was trying to cut back. Jack Chamley. So 4th down. Hanover will improve to 4-0. Lebanon falling to 1-2. And next week, the game of the week, as you mentioned, will be in Pennacook, New Hampshire, where Merrimack Valley will host that one. And the snap is fumbled again, and they're going to try and get it off, which was not wise, but luckily the punter, Calvin Bates, a freshman punter, is able to fall on that and keep it out of the end zone. So it was not a touchdown, not a safety. Hanover takes over. Clock continuing to move with the 35-point lead in New Hampshire. Continuous clock. It keeps running with that lead.
Right.
One, maybe snap one play here and it'll be over. So.
Yeah, really in the first quarter, it was a competitive game, but obviously early on, Lebanon losing their starting quarterback, Williman, and Matthew Islander going out pretty early as well. He did play a lot at quarterback in the second half, but a lot of their offensive pieces, their important players, went down with injuries, so it was tough for them to look comfortable and move the ball here tonight.
So with that kneel down, that will do it. Hanover wins it 41-6 over Lebanon. Andrew, quickly, just some final thoughts on the game tonight. Wasn't as competitive as we had hoped the President's Cup, the Principal's Cup would be.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Like I was just saying, those injuries really hurt Lebanon here, and I'm sure if they were healthy, it would have been a better game. But we really got to credit Hanover. Their defense came up big tonight, and they let up only 1 touchdown, and it was late in the game. So their defense looked good, and obviously their offense, putting up 41 points, was very solid as well. Mosenthal looked good at quarterback, and Young running the ball, and Putnam as well. Really a nice job all around from Hanover, and hopefully Lebanon, they can come back healthy next week and try to get back into this season.
So Hanover improves to 4-0. Lebanon falls to 1-2. 2 consecutive losses for the Raiders. Next week, YCN Game of the Week travels, like we said, to Pennacook, New Hampshire for the Hollis Brookline Merrimack Valley contest. The final score from Lebanon, New Hampshire for the final time. Hanover wins it 41-6. Thanks to Greg and Alex. For Andrew Zerhide, I'm Jeremy Stout. Thanks for watching the YCN Game of the Week.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more. Hermanto's in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.